everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Brothers War draft. Rare, Queen Kayla. This card is very good. You have to discard a bunch of cards, but then you get your cheap creatures back and artifacts for free, so you kind of replace them. It's a cool card. It's interesting. I feel like I've never properly abused it, but I've certainly been abused by it. Inspiring Statuary. So this is non-artifact spells you cast have improvised. So you can tap your artifacts to cast non-artifact spells. I guess it's probably not great, but playable. Doppler Mechanic is a good card. 2-drop, 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you get a counter on it. Taking a double color card is not my favorite, but it is a very playable rare, I think. Steel Exemplar, I mean, this would leave me completely open, and it's a good card, but it is a 5-drop. This format's pretty quick. Emergency Weld is good. I like the Opportunist. I like Chaplain. I'll take the rare, though. We'll see if it works. Wow, and then we're past Urza's Command. Well, that settles that. I'm pretty sure we're just going to be taking Urza's Command. Scrapwork Cohort is actually still okay with Queen Kayla. You don't get it back for free, but at least it has Unearth, so you can get it back. But Urza's Command is incredible. It's 4-mana instant. It's got 4 effects that you can do 2 of, which is great. Most of the time, I think you're probably creating a construct and probably scry 1 drawing. If you really need your artifact creature to be a little bit bigger, you'll make the tap Power Stone token, or if you need to save your life, you can give your opponent's creatures -2, -0. But most of the time, you're making a body. It is tapped, so you can't like flash block with it, but making a body, scry 1, draw 1 for 4, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Overwhelming Remorse also in here, good removal. In red and white on color with our first pick, I'd probably take Cohort over all of these. Architect I haven't really seen go off. Recommission is good. Chain Dancer is deceptively good, but shouldn't go this early. Argothian Sprite in green, also good. Hornstone Seeker's very, very strong. In blue, we have Stern Lesson and Air Marshal. I mean, between these two, Urza's Command is better, in my opinion. Stone Seeker is better than Stern Lesson, but Urza's Command is better than Queen Kayla. That's a tough one. Kind of going back and forth. I think I probably just take the Stone Seeker. This card wins games. It's a 2-drop, 2-power menace that for some reason ramps you. And then, yeah, when it dies, you have to sacrifice the Power Stone that it made for you. Boo-hoo. Wow. This card is just ridiculous. You know, I don't play Constructed, but it's shocking to me that a card like this isn't good enough for Constructed. A 2-drop, 2-power menace that ramps you for, you know, activated abilities, artifacts, whatever. Really, really good. Disfigure's playable. We're going to take Stone Seeker over Stern Lesson just because I really like it. You imagine getting it for free off Queen Kayla too? That'd be nice. Survivor of Corliss is good in white. We have Blast Runner, which there's a few ways to abuse this. Sack permanence. In blue, we have Mightstone's Animation, which I have gotten beat up by before. Haven't played with it, though. Soul Guide Lantern, which is an artifact that's not bad because it's, you know, cantrips. Sort of. Doesn't really cantrip, but gets rid of unearthed stuff and then replaces itself at some point, if you so desire. Maybe just take Survivor. I really like this card. And the reason I like it more than Conscripted Infantry, which is also a card that's okay, it turns out 1-power First Strike is actually really good in this format. You just get beat up by... There's just a ton of X1s that beat you up, so it's actually just good. Alright, now we could take Evolving Wilds. I'm okay with that. Scrapwork Rager. I guess even if... You really want to unearth this, but if you can't unearth it, it's probably still playable. Statuary, once again, just... Your artifacts can ramp you sort of thing. It's not terribly exciting. Spotterthopter, okay. The 2 red cards are only okay. Evolving Wilds, if we get the runner back, is going to be good. Because you can sack the Evolving Wilds and buff it. Make it a 3-power menace attacker. So we'll take Evolving Wilds. We'll see what we wheel here. Gruesome Realization. So, not bad. A lot of X1s again, but I think we're just going to slam this 6th pick Elite, I think. So, Military Discipline, also playable. Not super exciting, but it is like a combat trick, and then it permanently buffs them too. So, not bad. Bitter Reunion is also deceptively good. But Warlord's Elite is just great. And we already have a 1 and a 2 drop, so we can power this thing out. Plus, you can get it for free off Queen Kayla, which is really nice. So, alright. Power Stone Engineer, but I think I'd probably prefer to have the Rock Hunter. Whirling Strike is actually a really good combat trick, but I don't know if I want to take it here. I could take the Revoker, too. I guess it's rare, it's an artifact. It kind of makes sense to take Revoker. We're playing best of 3, too, so we actually can name things with activated abilities that we could turn off. So I guess it makes sense to take it over Rock Hunter, although the reach is useful. Do I have a lot of use for artifacts right now? I guess not, but it's, it's a rare, and beyond being a rare, it's, it's one of the previous set cards that they're putting in here, whatever that's called. Mishra's Juggernaut is playable. Like I said, I really like the Whirling Strike, but I'm going to go with the Revoker here. All right. Mishra is good. Good card. 3-drop, 2 power, haste, and then you can always rummage off of it, but if you discard artifacts, ramps you too, which is fine. Not great, not terrible, the ramp part, but rummaging is very good. Lauren's Escape is definitely good. It's a protection spell against removal, or it's a combat trick. Both are useful, and you get a scry off of it to boot, so not bad. Steel Exemplar, also not bad, and we already have Stone Seeker, I guess, that makes a Power Stone token, but I'll go with the Escape. So, could actually take Self-Assembler here. This card's kind of a built-in 2-for-1, but we could take Recommission too. We can actually get back Queen Kayla or Warlord's Elite with it. That might just be worth it. Maybe keep the curve low. I like Self-Assembler, and we saw some assembly workers getting past. There's Thopter Architect too, which I never play, but it works off Power Stone tokens and all that. But I'm going to take the Recommission. I like having it. You don't want to get too many, but certainly not bad. So I can take Amulet here. I actually kind of like this card. Otherwise, Chain Dancer and Forge Chanter are not bad either. But do we have incentive for artifacts right now? I guess Mishra, sort of. It actually still kind of works with Queen Kayla. Again, you can discard it. You can't get it back, but it has Unearth, so it's not that big of a deal. So we can take Mine Worker, get another 2-drop. That is an Assembly Worker. Or we can take the Infantry, which is 2 bodies in 1. Both are fine. If we get more artifact synergies, I might prefer the Mine Worker. I'm just going to take Mine Worker in case. Alright, we have the Blast Runner. We have an Evolving Wilds. How many soldiers do we have? 2 soldiers, though. Not that many. Let's just take the Blast Runner. Alright, we'll take the Discipline. We don't have any removal, and our only combat trick is the Lauren's Escape, so Military Discipline's not bad. Dwarven, Forge Chanter, probably not exactly what we want to do, but a good card nonetheless. Playable at the very least. Sky Strike Officer is very strong. Just for some reason it spits out, it's evasive, spits out soldiers, and then you can tap soldiers and draw. It's almost worth just splashing it. It's that good. I mean, it's just a build your own army, and then draw cards off of your army. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing even really close to as strong as that either in this pack. Probably, hopefully, wheel a Bitter Reunion or a Survivor of Corliss. But yeah, we'll take the Officer. Are we going to splash an Urza's Command? Probably not. But we have some incentive to pick up soldiers now, that's for sure. So I never take Mishra's Research Desk. I do think it's good. But Liberator Urza's Battle Thopter is a great card. It's got Flash, comes in, gives your artifacts Flash, and then just gradually gets bigger as you play creatures. Any spell, not even creatures. Any spell, getting bigger. Great card. Not going to hold my breath about getting the Evolving Wilds back, but it would be nice. Otherwise, Research Desk or Scrapwork Mutt on the wheel would be desirable as well. So technically, Fortified Beachhead does splash for Skystrike Officer. And I don't think I'm giving up too much for it. And it doesn't take up a slot in the deck technically, so that's nice too. And we already have, what, 3 soldiers now? So cool. So if you reveal, you can reveal the Skystrike Officer to cast it off of it, which is really nice too. I like that. Or if you have it out already. Well, I don't know. I guess it's possible you can still have it out, because if you're playing Evolving Wilds, you're going to play 1 island. So let's jam the Beachhead. So Chaplain's not bad. This card gets you stuff back. I kind of just want to take another Evolving Wilds, though, just really get the fixing going. Burnished Heart's not bad either, and it ramps, but our curve looks kind of low. So I might just take Evolving Wilds, especially if we get more Blast Runners, which is totally possible because it's not a very desirable card. And it doesn't take up a slot in the deck. It's just nice to have Evolving Wilds. So Lauren's looking a lot better in here now. We've got Mineworker, Revoker, and Liberator, and Onulet. So 4 pretty solid artifacts to get back. On top of that, we actually have Mishra, which is also a legend. So it's another card that's going to work alongside this. It's nice. I think we'll take that. Vanguard would be a good pickup too. Even if it didn't have the whenever an artifact enters ability, just a 2-mana 2/2 Vigilance is not bad. But we'll take Lauren. Artificer though, not a soldier. That's okay though. So Deadly Repost, I was really down on in the beginning of the format before I knew what the format was, but this format's actually aggressive and Repost is pretty good. You really do want it in quite a few matchups. You don't want to get killed too early. The problem with this is we're kind of a beatdown deck, so it's more of a defensive card, but I found the format so fast, it doesn't even really matter. I think you probably need to pack it in case you don't have a 2-drop to play. So I think I'll take Bitter Reunion here. For some reason, this card is good. I don't know why it's as good as it is, but giving haste randomly sometimes is good. It's a sacrifice effect for Blast Runner, and it replaces itself and draws another card if you discard. So basically, it just kind of rummages twice, but that's okay. I kind of feel like we don't want the Forge Chanter. Not that it's bad, it's just I kind of doubt we're going to need it. I don't think we're going to splash for Urza's Command, even though I think it's a great card. Mechanized Warfare. Well, we have quite a few red and artifact sources, but I don't know if we have enough to justify the old Warfare. But then again, I'm probably not playing Fall of Krug, although someone mentioned this is good synergy. Fall of Krug would make it deal 2 damage to each of their creatures. That is kind of cool. I guess I'll take it just because it's a rare, but I don't think we have enough red creatures to make it work. So I can take another Bitter Reunion or take another Survivor of Corliss. Creature count is at 12 already. I do like Survivor, and I like Bitter Reunion because I typically play 17 lands, so being able to rummage it away randomly is good. I think I agree. I think I'm going to take the Survivor. I really can't stress enough how good 1-power First Strike appears to be in this format. This we don't really need any of. I guess I'll take an Onslaught randomly. I don't need a Union of the Third Path to draw extra cards, and Yoshin Medic, even though it's a soldier, I don't really need either. Because we're looking like more of a beatdown deck, I would say. Springleaf Drum, I guess, I mean, there's nothing else here I need, so I doubt I play the drum. We don't really have anything to ramp into. It does fix, but I don't think we need it. Domination, Excavation, and Tower Worker. Well, we do have the Mine Worker, so technically we could have the Trifecta. I guess we'll consider it. I don't really need the ramp of Tower Worker, though, is the issue. So we did actually get the full thing. I guess we could do it. It's really tough to get that... even having all 3 in your deck, it's tough to get all 3 out. And even if you do get all 3 out, it's not like it just wins the game. You just gain some more life, ramp for some more. This one's the best one. You get permanent buff for 3 mana, but you can only activate it once a turn. But you're still getting a permanent buff, so not bad. This is actually the first time I've had the Trifecta. Wow, well, Assembler is kind of good when you have all 3. That's cool. And the prototype cost on it's nice too, so that's something. And it's an artifact to get back with Lauren, so that's actually really good. So we'll take the Assembler. Maybe get Repost back. Hopefully get Cohort back. Excavation Explosion I don't think is coming back, but also very good. And another Power Plant Worker, maybe. I mean, we don't have that much on the top end, and I'm playing 17 lands, so I could see it. Sword of the Meek. Well, we actually do have some 1/1s here. But it's only when it comes back from your graveyard to the battlefield. It actually kind of works with Queen Kayla. You don't have to bring it back from your graveyard. It says you may choose. So, I mean, I guess it's a lot of work to get it back. Whereas if I take, like, Aeronaut Cavalry, I guess there's Swift Spear too. But, yeah, I guess we have some non-creature spells. I don't think the drum's happening. Probably get the Blast Runner back. Cavalry, our soldier count's at 5. Yeah, Cavalry's just really good. Buff something and get like a win con evasive dude. It is technically our 4th, 5th 5-drop though. And we do have at least a couple 1/1s. Well, I waited too long, so I think we got it. Yeah, we took the Cavalry. I'm not upset about that. It's very good. So I could take Unleash Shell, but to be honest, I think Whirling Strike is straight up a better card than Unleash Shell. Trample and First Strike together is just remarkably strong. You can get a lot of damage in with that. I really like this card, especially since we barely have any removal in here. Like, we have a Disciplined Combat Trick that we're for sure playing. A Deadly Repost, which, considering we're supposed to be aggressively attacking, I don't love having a defensive card. Whirling Strike is definitely an offensive card. A very good one. So, I might just take Explosion here. Kills things. It can kill your opponent. Makes a Power Stone token to ramp into our 5-drop, so we can jump from 3 to 5, and it maybe kills something. I think that's worth taking over a 3rd Evolving Wild, although if we end up with 2 Blast Runners, having 3 Evolving Wild would actually be really good. But having... Oh, I thought I got 2 Bitter Reunions, but I took the Survivor over it. Yeah, multiple Blast Runners better with the Bitter Reunions, admittedly. So another Cavalry, but actually... And there's Blast Runner in here, but Paratrooper is just... Love this card. Paratrooper is one of those cards where I did not realize how strong it was until you get beaten by it when your opponent has 7 mana, and you're like, oh yeah. They just flash it in and buff their whole army, and then they can just keep buffing their army for the rest of the game. And they have an evasive creature. That's also a soldier. A lot of good things about that. Top 7 of your library, put up to X artifact and or creature with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Technically, we could get use out of that, but I think I'd rather just slam a Cohort here. Could actually take the Blast Runner again, but Cohort is just excellent. 2 bodies in 1. Oh, there's also Research Desk, which is really good with Blast Runner, too. I think I'd still rather have Cohort. I just love this card. 2 bodies in 1. They're both soldiers. Another Paratrooper, really. Well, I'm going to take that over the Vanguard, because Paratrooper is one of the better white commons. I guess... I'm not great on the full rank lineup, but I think it's up there. It's got to... It probably is top by a lot of people's metrics. So I could take the Blast Runner now, but I'm going to take another Cavalry. I think at this point I'd rather play Cavalry over probably like the Amulet. So Automaton is totally playable here too. I don't need another Power Plant Worker. I don't think we need the Onslaught either, really. Could take Automaton. I actually kind of like this card. Or I could take Repost and get another removal. I guess our creature count is already up there, and Deadly Repost is at the very least going to be a good sideboard card if I don't main deck it. So we'll take that. So got the Blast Runner anyway. Still definitely have a chance to make a Blast Runner deck. With the Bitter Reunions. Just the 1 Bitter Reunion, but the 2 Evolving Wilds. I'll have to see if I have any more sack stuff. I guess I'll take Ivory Tower that we're not going to play. I don't need any of those cards. Another Deadly Repost? Sure. There's matches where I'm going to be thrilled to have 3 of them. I don't think we're going to main deck 3 of them, but there's certainly matches where you're pretty thrilled to have all 3. I don't know if we're going to do Kayla's Reconstruction. I think it actually gets most of the cards in our deck, interestingly, but I don't think we're on the Mechanized Warfare plan just because we have better things going. So yeah, let's see here. We have quite a few cuts to make. I agree with the 1 island. So what do we actually have for sack stuff for Blast Runner? So we have the Bitter Reunion. We have 2 Evolving Wilds. That's basically it. So it's probably unnecessary to do the Blast Runner plan. Is it even worth it to do Tower Worker? Well, with all these 5-drops, it probably is. I think we'll cut the Amulet, so then we'll at least be down to 4 5-drops, but I'm okay with 4 5-drops. Still have quite a few cuts to make. We'll be off Warfare. We don't need that. Recommission actually gets quite a few things back. I don't mind running that, because we can still cut 5 creatures and be happy. We could probably cut Infantry. It just seems like an easy card to cut. I kind of want to cut Tower Worker, but do I just get off of the... I mean, we have the Assembler, but the Assembler can just buff itself, so it doesn't really matter. But this also has Reach, and it ramps. Could be useful. Let's get off Reconstruction. It does hit a lot of things in the deck, but we're playing 3-color, triple white. I don't really want to do. Plus, we need to make cuts, so... I could, let's say I get off all the Deadly Reposts, or let's get them off all of them right now. Oh, and then I only need to make 2 cuts. Well, I probably don't need to run all these creatures. I mean, I could get off the Assembly Worker plan. Like I said, it doesn't really matter that much with Autonomous Assembler, because Assembler can just buff itself. Dividing up where you're putting the counters is probably better against your opponent's removal. But they seem like the weakest creatures in my deck. So I kind of think it would be fine. Just get off the plan. Then we only have 3 5-drops. Say I get rid of Mine Worker, Tower Worker, Power Plant Worker, and then I bring back 1 Deadly Repost. That leaves us at 16 creatures. Removal is Aloran's Escape, a Military Discipline, Deadly Repost, Whirling Strike, Excavation Explosion. Quite a bit of evasion, though. We have 2 Cavalries, Liberator, Sky Strike Officer, Double Paratrooper. Yeah. I kind of like this deck. I think it looks good. What's our soldier count at? 9? Wow. Well, Beachhead looks a lot better than 2. I like this deck. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's a good plan. So we'll give this a try. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1. We'll keep this. We're going to have to get red mana off of our Evolving Wilds, but that's not really that big of a deal, so... Probably just doing a turn 3 Liberator, turn 4 Elite. So we'll have a 2-3 and a 4-4 on turn 4. It's not bad. Oops. Well, we could have gotten our blue fixing, but how are we supposed to know? So we can flash Liberator out. I think we'll plan on doing that. I think I'd still rather them do a supply drop there than like another creature. Ooh, Iconoclast is a good one. I'm going to block that. This is a little bit risky, but... Hopefully they don't have something good. Because I kind of wanted to save damage there. So now we'll do the Elite. And buff our Liberator and get a 4-4. The next turn we can do Cavalry, buff the Elite, buff the Liberator, attack for 3 flying. Or attack with the Elite as well. Iconoclast is fantastic, though. So they're attacking into it. Guess I'll play around the Whirling Strike because I have Discipline. And we're smashing back for 8 next turn. Like, if they have Whirling Strike, they get us pretty good there. Oh, alright. Well, we have Lauren, actually, to get that back, so that's nice. Might actually be a good idea to cast Lauren here and just get Liberator back now. The reason I like that is then it lets me hold up Military Discipline. So I plan on blocking. If it's Whirling Strike, we'll end up doing a trade. Alright, so it is the Whirling Strike. Let's see if they have the bounce spell as well. That's not what I expected. Alright, so we got our blue mana. Let's see here. 6 mana. So I can do... Let's see. I don't think I can do... I can't do Liberator plus this, because I have to tap 2. So this is really like... not quite there. So I feel like... Can I tap enchantments too? No. I feel like I probably have to do the elite. Let's see, because yeah, if I cast this... Yeah, I don't have enough. I'm 1 permanent short of being able to do that. Ooh, multiple Iconoclast? That's pretty good. So, Revoker naming Supply Drop, and they can't trigger that. That's hopefully good enough. So 3, 6, 7 mana. I can do Cavalry plus Revoker. That's probably the best, although I don't get the counters for Liberator, so maybe it's not the best. I can do all 3 of these. Let's just do Liberator plus... Like, I can flash this out and then flash the other thing out, but... I don't actually know if that's good here. So we'll do Supply Drop. And we won't cast the Bitter Reunion. We're going to sandbag that until needed. But the Cavalry, we can pump the elite. All right, so we can do Bitter Reunion, discarding the planes, just to kind of see what we're going to be able to do here. Okay, So Fortified Beachhead, because we have a soldier, comes in untapped. That's good, because it's actually useful here. So we'll do the Beachhead. I won't. And then we'll do Cavalry, and we'll buff our Elite. And we'll attack with the Liberator. Could actually give my guys haste and attack for 6 flying. But then that only leaves me 2 blockers. So if they attack with everything... wonder if it's still actually worth it. I'll go for it. With Whirling Strike, next turn we get in for 6. We have potentially lethal here. Depending on how they block. Oh, we have Fortified Beachhead too. That costs 5 to pump. So even if we draw a land, we're not bad here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have 8, but any spell and it gets bigger. Let's say smash with everything. Pump soldier, soldier. So I can pump. I think we'll go for it here. I'm pretty curious how they block, so. You know, if they have another bounce spell or whatever, it's not great for us, but. Wow. Talk about a stolen game, huh? Multiple iconoclasts in there, huh? Jeez. That's good. Well, thankfully, Deadly Repost is good against Whirling Strike, so that's nice. Oh, Cliff Stomper in there. That's unexpected. Did they even have 4 mountains that game? No, they only had 3. They missed a lot of land drops, and they still did a pretty good job beating us up. I feel like we probably want to bring in Deadly Reposts. Lauren's Escape protects from Machine Over Matter, Whirling Strike, and Excavation Explosion, so that's pretty good. Could dump the Recommission. I don't need it. I want to find a way to get more Deadly Reposts in here, just because I feel like they kill... I guess they don't do great against the Forge Chanter. No, they're not great against the Cliff Stomper either. They're good against the Iconoclast, but they have to attack the Iconoclast. So maybe they're not as good as I think in this matchup. Maybe we keep it at 1 for now. So am I not doing anything though? Mine Worker for life gain. X1s are not going to be good against all the Iconoclast stuff, except Survivor of Corliss, of course, because First Strike is amazing. I mean, I guess I can keep Recommission. I just... whatever. We'll keep it. Deadly Repost, as of yet, doesn't seem like the ace in the hole in this matchup. It's a good hand. Great card. All right. Kind of wish we had Fall of Krug now, don't I? So we'll pitch plane, see if we get a Survivor Coreless. That would be helpful. No, but Explosion is okay too. At least be able to kill the Iconoclast, hopefully. Alright, Paratrooper, not bad. So we'll kill the... Still killing the... Well, I guess I can flash in Paratrooper and then Lauren's Escape. Yeah, I have a choice here. I get a scry if I do it that way, I guess. Alright. I'm actually kind of glad they're not attacking with Iconoclasts, because now I can block infantry. I still think, yeah, we're gonna block infantry. Because we're gonna kill the Iconoclast. I could kill this for free, but then I'd have to take 3 damage. I mean, not playing a card is probably better than playing a card, I guess. We're not, like, in straight up dead mode just yet, so... Jeez, nice hand. Alright. Guess I'll bring in the deadly reposts here. So we'll drop recommission. We'll bring in a second deadly repost. So I want to bring in a third. Not especially. Well, let's settle for 2. I mean, obviously they're important against Iconoclast, but they don't have as many good targets as I want. I mean, that game I just needed to draw less lands, and we probably would have been okay. They also kind of had God Hand. That makes it a little trickier, too. So this hand's pretty good. Revoker. So what did they show us that I'd want to name here? Supply Drop was the only one that's immediately coming to mind. I guess it turns off Mishra's Bauble kind of nicely. They can't even sack it. Is there anything else? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting here. Well, it's pretty good against Mishra's Bauble. So we drop the Officer. They can have a kill spell for it, but we definitely still drop it anyway. They have to kill it right away or we start spitting out soldiers, so it's worth it. Make them have the Excavation Explosion. I don't have protection anyway, so... Sure. So we'll replay it. And I'll drop a Survivor of Corliss here. Survivor's still looking pretty good in this match, so... I could have named Bitter Reunion too, but... Actually, Bobble's better, I think. Alright. Well, now we're in good shape, because we can play the Cavalry, buff our Officer, and spit out another Soldier. And we even get to tap 3 and draw. That's pretty nice. Yeah, Sky Strike Officer is a pretty dirty card. Alright, so we'll draw. Alright, so we can do Mishra and we can Rummage. Another Cavalry, so... Next turn we can go Cavalry, buff our other one. Oh, nice. Jeez. What kind of shape is your opponent in when they have to do that? Ouch. That's their best play? That's good news for us. Sheesh. I mean, I could have deadly reposted it, but I feel like it's not even worth it. Can't really do much with that 1/1 soldier anyway. So we'll scry. Yeah, both of these are good. Do we have an artifact in our graveyard or whoops? Nope. I'll maybe Queen Kayla first then. Or, I mean, I think it's fine. Doesn't really matter. Largely irrelevant. I'm happy to have both. So we'll do the cavalry, buff the cavalry, get in for 4 flying. And next couple turns I can just basically deal 2 extra damage flying with the beachhead, so. All right, see you for round 2. All right, round 2, we'll play first. Let's see, no white mana. We have Excavation Explosion, though. We're on the play. It's a little dangerous. How many sources of white do we have? We have 7, 8, we have 10. We have 10 sources of white. I'm gonna risk it. Mostly, I think, because of the Excavation Explosion. If this was a white card, I wouldn't keep this hand, but the fact that we have a removal spell that we can play and we have 10 sources of white. I mean, with 33 cards remaining on the play, you know, it's still not amazing odds that we're going to draw white mana in the first couple draws, but we'll risk it. Mox Amber, huh? Nobody expects the Mox Amber. Well, we're gonna kill ourselves a Rock Hunter here. Little life preservation going. Ah, white mana. There we go. So, choices. Yeah, I guess we gotta go with Queen Kayla, huh? The problem is we have to discard our hand. But, I don't know if that really matters. Well, I guess the smartest thing to do is get Lauren down now. The next turn, play the cavalry, and then we can get on the Queen Kayla Paratrooper plan. I mean, at a certain point, this is going to be like a 4-mana rummage, but that's all right. Well, thankfully, we don't really need that Power Stone token. I guess it does help with Paratrooper, but that's all right. I'm going to miss on this cavalry buff, but I think I'd still rather just have a 5-mana 3/4 flyer here. So, next turn we get to go Queen Kayla plus Paratrooper. And I guess we do actually want to play lands because we have Paratrooper. Ooh. Whip Stomper plan, huh? Alright, Elite is good. So, we already have a soldier. We don't need to reveal one. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can probably do this. Let's see. Do the Elite. We'll tap Warren. Planes. Get in with the cavalry. Pass. And we'll get a Paratrooper out there. Ooh. Sky Strike Officer too. That's nice. Alright, so this turn we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cast all this. We'll have 1, 2. Technically, I could have 3 soldiers if I don't attack with the Paratrooper. It's probably worth it just to... I think just to get the extra card, probably. Wow. Unexpected block, but we'll take it. So we'll take Sky Strike Officer, we do Queen Kayla, we do Survivor, and we pass. And then we can draw off of the Officer. Wait, I could have attacked with Paratrooper and still drawn? No. I needed to do it this way. Ooh, green mana in there. Recommission. Currently can't get anything back. Spectrum Sentinel. Huh. Well, technically we did have a non-basic land. Well, Hoarding Recluse is actually not bad here. Doesn't really hold down the world or anything, but certainly not bad. Well, Assembler is good too, so let's get in with just Cavalry. And actually, we'll get in with Elite too. Oh, I much prefer that. So this just gets artifacts and creatures, so we're gonna just hard cast the Assembler. And I guess we don't really need to do Bitter Union. Huh. Sure. Are they gonna target their graveyard or mine? They targeted... No, they targeted mine, but largely irrelevant card, so that's okay. So we'll just cast the big one here, and we'll pass. We don't want to discard anything with that Bitter Reunion. And then we get to draw off of Officer again. It's really just a phenomenal card. We even get to cast a Paratrooper too. Wow. Pretty cruel. This has Vigilance. It's just really nice. Still Exemplar. It's just a 4/4. Alright. Well, that's all well and good then. So, get the Paratrooper out. Draw the card off the Officer. Alright. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. What can I do with 8? Because I can pump all my soldiers too. But so can Paratrooper pumps everything, so that's just better. We can Bitter Reunion the Evolving Wilds. Because then we can still pump with the Paratrooper. Right, a couple lands. And we can still pump with Assembler as well, so get in all these fellers. And I guess this too. They're in a pretty tough spot now. Lorna of the Third Path's a great card. It's made for the draw multiple cards a turn style deck though, so alright, so pump. And we don't even need to do the Assembler yet, I guess, so pass. We technically don't have 3 untapped soldiers, but not a big deal. Looks like we're definitely in line to win this game. Spectrum Sentinel's an odd choice. We do have 1 non-basic land, so oddly enough it can gain them 1 life, but yeah, they're not looking great here. Pretty odd deck. Dredging Claw in there too. Huh. Alright. Go to game 2 here. 3-color. Cliff Stomper was the weird choice because they are 3-color and they never successfully got to 4 mountains. They might be a newer player too. Anything we want to straight up swap out? I don't think so. No, I think we're okay. I mean, I guess I could dump Recommission for another Deadly Repost just because I could see myself getting hit. Actually, Deadly Repost is pretty good. It kills Lauren, and it kills their Rock Hunter. Doesn't kill the Cliff Stompers, but kills Recluse maybe. They probably don't attack with that, but... yeah, it kills enough things where I think I'm okay having a couple of them over a Recommission. Especially since Recommission didn't actually have a target that game. Alright, this is good hand. Got turn 2 Paratrooper, some removal, combat trick. Lauren, that doesn't look like it's going to be much else than a Hill Giant this game, but that's alright. Alright, they go Forest go. We go Plains go. Ooh. Well, we don't get a turn 3 elite, but we get a turn 4 elite. And turn 4 elite is still pretty darn good. Cliff Stomper. Alright, 1 mountain. Not too fearful. Could double Deadly Riposte it if I really had to. Ooh, Stoneseeker. Well... unfortunately, no red mana as of yet. We'll get in with Paratrooper since I can't cast the elite yet. And I can't, like, do a Military Discipline. I could do a Military Discipline just to get more damage in, but I can't do a Military Discipline and, like, tap it to help pay for a Warlord's elite. I wonder if it's still worth it. Ooh, Vanguard, there's a good one. Thankfully, we've got that Deadly Repost, so that's nice. But yeah, Vanguard's a great card. Alright, there's our red mana, so we'll go Stoneseeker here. Get in with the Paratrooper. Pass. Plan is to repost the Vanguard. See if they have, like, Lauren's Escape or something. Mm-hmm. Cliff Stomper seems like the best target, I would say. Yeah. Then you can kind of divide your damage. That's sensible. Thankfully, they're attacking with the Vanguard. But we'll do the repost, see if they have some sort of protection. Even if they do, we have another repost, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, so they get in for 7 here. Alright, so 1 card left in their hand. Dredging Claw. What does this do? +1, +0 in Menace, but you can't even equip it. Alright, so we have 5 mana. I can cast Elite for 3, which means I'm gonna do this. Oh, but then I can't do the Deadly Repost because I only have 4 mana. So we probably want to kill the Vanguard. Just play it safe. So, kill Vanguard, gain life. And I guess get in for 3. And then pass. I mean, they were in top deck mode, so I could have just banked on them not getting... Doesn't it cost... Okay. Well, that actually is a soldier. Okay. Alright. So another land. So now we have elite. Let's see. Do elite. Tap these 2. Get in for 3. Leave up the discipline for something. Well, that'll work. So now we can actually activate Paratrooper plus use discipline. That's kind of nice. So we'll probably do that. Okay. So we'll save the elite. Kill the sentinel. Yeah, I'd rather have the elite, I think. So we'll lose our Power Stone token, but that's not the end of the world. Get rid of repost, or not really get rid of it, just put it on the bottom of our deck. And we'll cast Queen Kayla. Although, maybe I could have just done lore in there, I don't know. Ivory Tower. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think opponent's looking like a little bit newer at the game. That's alright. Alright, we'll see for round 3. Alright, let's do this. Round 3, play first. It's a good hand. Get a Stone Seeker. Have a little removal. Look at that. Got a little aggro plan going now. I don't really want to trade Mishra for that. I think Rummaging is more valuable than... Rummaging's more valuable than losing a Mishra, but probably do the Paratrooper here. Although, I mean, with the Power Stone token, I can cast Mishra and discard something, but I don't want to discard any of these cards, so I guess we'll just pass. This way I get a soldier on the board for when I get cavalry mana. Well, now I might be able to sneak in a Mishra if I'm lucky. Wing Commando, well... Alright, Elite 2, nice. So technically I can hard cast the Elite, so they don't even get a blocker here, and we'll just hard cast Elite. I mean, they definitely, if they block there, it's huge for us. If they don't know about the Power Stone token, yeah, they're looking at Power Stone token now, so I think they get it. Alright, so now we'll do the Elite. Next turn, potentially Cavalry, which would be pretty nice. we're winning the race pretty substantially right now. Did they remember to use mine? No, they attacked with Mine Worker. That's right. Retrieval Agent. All right, 2/5. But they're tapped out. It spells trouble for them if they are. Kind of want, yeah, attacking with the Wing Commando is good for us too. I feel like. All right, I have Cohort as well. So, got some options here. We can attack with Paratrooper and Elite. I think we'll do that. Otherwise, I could... I don't really want to trade my Stone Seeker for a Mine Worker, so I don't think we'll do that. They don't have a good block here. Which means we'll still... Oh, all right. I mean, I don't think it's a good play, but I'll allow it. This is really where Ambush Paratrooper is just a mean card. So, yeah, choices here. What do I want to do? Feel like getting rid of that Wing Commando while I can is pretty helpful. Not the best use of mana, but the problem is Scrapwork Cohort really doesn't do that much for me here. Like, even with Paratrooper Pump, it doesn't do much against that Retrieval Agent. So why don't we just get rid of Wing Commando now? They have one less blocker to worry about. They're going to do the tap 2 things with the stun counters. That's what it seems like. Should be okay. Wouldn't be the end of the world if they do that one. Or in a third path. All right. Blow up our Power Stone token, which is sadly actually kind of useful for us there, but we're just a land away. We are just one land away from re-threatening. Did get the land, that's good. So we're actually going to do the cavalry here. And we're actually going to pump the elite, because it allows us to attack with the elite. Let's see, if I attack with Stone Seeker... Oh, I guess I can attack with Stone Seeker now. I'd happily trade a Stone Seeker now for a Lauren or an Air Marshal. The Retrieval Agent is also a soldier, so at some point Air Marshal is going to be able to give that flying if Air Marshal lives, but they'll have to leave up 3 mana for that. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Really? That's surprising. I think... I mean, I guess we just take the 2-for-1 if they do this. Yeah, I'll leave them with the 2/5 and kill 2 things. I'm kind of okay with that. We're left with a pretty good board here. So I guess technically with Mishra I can honor the Cohort. Jeez. We got a lot of ground blockers. Thankfully we got those air flyers. So they're at 12. Oh, well. That makes it kind of easy. We'll pump a Paratrooper and just divide our damage up here. I guess this is worse against Deadly Repost, but that's alright. I'd rather divide up the damage. A couple cavalries will put them away pretty quick too. Alright, certainly have lethal next turn. Weak Stone Subjugation. Alright. Still have lethal in the air though, because Ambush Paratrooper is such a strong common. So, opponent shows us Retrieval Agents, Lauren of the Third Path, which is still a legitimately good target for Deadly Repost. Just because it's a tap ability. It does have Vigilance, but it's a tap ability, so you can still take it out. Wing Commando, still pretty good. I would say a pretty good target for Deadly Repost. Air Marshal, Mine Worker, so Deadly Repost looking good here, especially since it's just a blue-white deck. The removal is going to be like the Weak Stone Subjugation, so Recommission is going to be a lot worse. We're going to have trades to even get stuff out of our graveyard, so we'll at least bring in one more Deadly Repost. Do I want to bring in a third is the question. I don't think so. We don't necessarily need to just yet, because they also don't look like an aggressive deck. So Deadly Repost we're actually playing is just get stuff off the board. Let's just stick with this for now. And run her back. Alright, well, this is a keep. And yeah, I think we're going to go for that blue mana off Evolving Wilds. Oh yeah, I have to remember I have Revoker in my deck, so... Oh, we can name Retrieval Agent. That's nice. This Retrieval Agent has an activated ability, so we are getting a blue mana off this Sky Strike Officer. I guess at this point... Yeah, I could name Mine Worker, and they couldn't use it. Alright. That's fine. Revoker's doing something. We'll take it. Immediate impact with that Revoker. I like it. No, what's it called? Mine Worker. Alright. Alright, we got the white mana. Second attack for 2. So I think we do the officer here. Yeah, I think that's the best. Obviously Liberator's good too, but I mean, if you can stick the landing on a Sky Strike Officer, you're pretty good. I think I have Weak Stone Subjugation or ooh, lay down arms, alright. Sure. Combat Pressure, nice one. Alright, take 5. So, can we get an artifact back yet? No? Alright. So I can do Cohort. It's just a bunch of X1s. I could do the Thopter. It's not the best use of mana. I can do Paratrooper plus Whirling Strike. They have 2 cards left in hand. So I could eat a Wing Commando? Is that essentially my plan? Oh, it's not the worst. They have 2 cards left in hand. Or I can play a Lauren. Lauren might actually be the best here, even though I don't have a target for it. Just because it kind of mucks up the board. It does mean I have to take a Wing Commando, but if I draw a land, I can do Liberator Flash Out plus Paratrooper Flash Out and technically block the Wing Commando, so it's not the worst either. Alright, at this point, I guess I trade the Revoker for the Mine Worker. So we'll take 5. So we have Cavalry we can't cast. So at this point, they don't have any cards left in hand. I guess we're going to go for the Paratrooper plus Whirling Strike play to kill the Commando. Once again, I'd like to play Liberator here, but it's not quite there yet. So see here. So if we get the land, we probably have to drop the cavalry because we're a little mana starved at the moment. Rather than, you know, trying to make Liberator better. But now at least, let's see. I guess I can flash out Liberator plus do a military discipline. That's pretty good. That'll do. Alright. This actually still works out okay. Alright, so we do Liberator. Oh, that's nice, because it's a legend. I didn't even realize that. That's nice. So I think we'll just do Paratrooper. We're going to take the Combat Thresher. Military discipline here. Pump this. First strike. Pump there. So we got the land. So now we can do cavalry and pump the paratrooper and then pass. Oops. Sad baby here. All right. Let's see here. All right. We've got a land we drew, which means we'll have 6 lands, but we can also... We're at 5 life, though. Jeez. All right. So we got to be a little careful here. So I suppose that means we probably attack with the... Let's see, attack the paratrooper. They take it, and they can... Oh, then we can follow up with cohort and revoker, and I guess we can name Lauren. So that will work for me. Sorry, I got a sad, hungry baby here. He almost made it for the whole draft. He did good, I thought. Right, we'll do Lauren. It's Lauren at the 3rd path. Retrieval agent, sure. I don't really fear that one. Ooh, beachhead. So that's nice. We can... I guess beachhead's a little bit redundant with the other thing, huh? So let's see. If I get in with this plus cavalry... No, it's too dangerous, I think. Well, is it too dangerous? I guess not. They get smashed back with cavalry. There's some things they could draw to kill us, but if they get subjugation, they're tapping my flyer and getting in anyway, and that kind of puts me in a tough spot, I feel like. This leaves me with 3 blockers for their 4 attackers. I think we just go for it here. You're okay. Alright, so do I want to pump or do I want to leave that back so I can pump my team? I've got all X1, so I think... let's see, if I get in for 8... 8 is kind of a big deal here. Because I can always... Let's see. I'd have to block all of their guys on the ground. Oh, it's not that much better for me if I leave him back to pump, I don't think. So I'm actually going to, I'm going to pump here. So now I threaten lethal in the air next turn. They didn't use Lauren, which I think is pretty interesting. So they didn't just cast it. Oh, I guess now, yeah, well, I got baby distracted. Sorry, guys, because now I died a Weakstone subjugation or whatever it is. Well, I mean, the good news is I forced them to block next turn by attacking with the... Oh, they're actually attacking there? Wow. This leaves them 4 blockers to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. They're at 7. So they block my biggest guy there. Then they block my biggest guy there. Take that. Block the other 3. Oh, I guess that does actually. Huh. Tough spot. Yeah, that's a tough spot. Now I can't attack anymore either. Without dying, so I guess we gotta just play this and pass. Sorry about the crying, guys. I apologize. He's just hungry for a bottle, but I'm hoping to win this draft so then I don't have to worry about it, but let's see if I get that luxury. If I don't win this game, I don't know. I might even need to seed to go chill him out a little bit. We'll see. Usually bouncing on my knee makes him okay, but I don't know if he's having it right now. He's a little grumpy. Alright, bitter reunion. Well... I think we want to hold up on that. I'm really surprised they're not using the Lauren. Well, I'm pretty lucky they're drawing land because I'm in really rough shape otherwise. Alright, drew the land, so we'll do the bitter reunion. Discard the land. Elite, so that gives us an extra creature. That's good. I guess we can deck thin with technically can deck thin with Evolving Wilds, which isn't bad. Wait, I can do... Oh, I don't have enough to do Warlords Elite plus Bitter Reunion plus Pump Paratroopers. So that's not going to work. But we're up to what, 4, 8, 9. So we can. We're almost at double Pump Paratrooper point. That's pretty good. They just need a Weakstone subjugation though, and they kill us. So I need to be mindful of that. But yeah, if I gave haste there, it wouldn't be lethal yet. See, they draw the Weakstone subjugation. Oh, that's too bad for us. Alright, well, we're gonna have to take it to game 3. Sorry, I might just put it on mute so you guys don't have to hear the baby. Sorry, guys. I was hoping to, really hoping to get this one. So I didn't have to do this. But we gotta take it to game 3 now, unfortunately. Alright. Take it to game 3. Do I want to do anything differently? Let's see. They have multiple wing commandos. Yeah, let's just bring in the 3rd deadly repost, I think, at this point. And what are we going to cut? What am I cutting? I don't know. Military discipline, maybe. I kind of like the discipline, but can't decide on anything else. I guess I could do Lauren's Escape. Did they even show us anything that targets? Oh, yeah. Weakstone subjugation and prison sentence is pretty good. All right. going to keep it on mute, guys. Sorry. All right. Looks like we got the victory there. I got to feed my son a bottle of formula here, so I don't know. It's actually a little relaxed right now, but now that I've said that, that'll probably excite him. All right. We'll skip the pack one and pick ones for this. Thanks so much for tuning in, folks. Turned out to be a pretty good deck. Played pretty well. I think we got some pretty good matchups, too. That was also helpful. So hope you folks enjoyed it. We'll be back for more. Thanks for tuning in. See you for the next one.